Everybody, welcome to Matt Men, your source for all things professional wrestling. I'm AJ Zarian. I'm joined by a very remote Rich Stambolian.
I'm very remote control. That was a good Owl Things professional wrestling.
I did that for you.
And before we get started, tradition is back. Bachelor 3000, $1.99. My sweet babies, Bachelor 3000, missed you guys. And a moi.
Listen, we came back last week. We took summer hiatus. We took holiday. We were gallivanting in the Hamptons every weekend. Rich and I.
We have no idea.
We're big Hamptons babes.
Big.
That's what they call us. We're the Hamptons babes.
We're playing tennis, wearing linen.
Oh, man. Short tennis, though. We're wearing like short shorts. Yeah.
Being mean to the wait staff of every place we go.
Take this rosé back.
Both of us straight up dressed like Thurston Howell III the entire summer.
and you know what my thing was this summer? When I met someone, this is how I greeted them.
Yeah, with a big ring, a big ruby ring on your middle finger.
Ruby ring, yeah. And sometimes it changes colors. It changes colors.
When you're
shows all about professional wrestling. Well, somewhat professional wrestling. A lot going on. Another big week for wrestling news. I got a bad headache. That's why Rich is not in studio today. Just beginning of a head cold here, but we're gonna go through it. Quick show today, because
quick show
because there's a lot of news. So let's go into this. WWE Saudi Arabia. News broke on Wednesday that Saudi Arabia could be potentially hosting WrestleMania in 2027. Now, there is a big press conference or a big press announcement today at 3 p.m. from WWE that Triple H posted yesterday. The assumption is it has everything to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
The official announcement from WWE has not been made yet, but Dave Meltzer reported, along with Sean Ross Sapp and a few other people, reported that he first heard about this last month, is what Dave said, but wasn't sure that Saudi Arabia would be getting WrestleMania. At the time, there was rumors that there could be a potential 2 WrestleManias in 2027, one in the States and one in Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
Every month is WrestleMania. But Meltzer assumed... Yeah, go ahead.
So now, if somebody wins the Rumble, will there be 2 WrestleMania signs and they're going to have to point to them?
Like, one's hands? In Arabic, one's in English. Yeah, they don't know which one they're pointing at. Maybe they do a WrestleMania. They do one in January, and then they do one. I don't know. I don't know how they'll structure this, but that's the rumor.
It's so weird. It's weird.
Meltzer presumed WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia would be the only WrestleMania that year. Meltzer noted that Saudi official Turki Al-Sheikh, the chair of the General Entertainment Authority, is a key person behind this. And the Saudis are putting ridiculous money up front for this event, and they apparently want to bring a lot of people out of retirement.
Wow.
Yokozuna, Vader,
Bruno Sammartino,
Superfly
Jimmy Snuka.
It's all going to be holograms.
Beware.
Okay, let's break this down. How do you feel about a Saudi WrestleMania?
I don't feel.
You don't feel it.
I'm not feeling it. I get it. Listen, I get it, right? You get it. Money talks, bullshit walks, right? And this is it. They're taking the emotions and they're taking the other things out of the equation. And you know what? They've been doing this for years. Like offhand, MG or Andrew, do you know when the first Saudi show was?
2017, 2015, 2016?
Yeah, something like that.
When was it? Are you asking? Do you know?
Almost 10 years ago.
No,
think about that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Is that rhetorical?
I mean, yeah, is it rhetorical? I can't remember at this point, but I remember our reaction.
I'm posing the question.
Yeah, it was a 10-year deal for $100 million a year. That was the deal.
Mm-hmm. I want to say it was pre-pandemic also, right?
Oh, yeah, big time. Well, you know what?
So
here's a question. For you. Has your opinion of these Saudi shows changed over the years? Because I think it has for most.
My opinion of the show quality has, I feel like they're trying to put on better shows there. So like there's not as much disdain with the WWE audience. Listen, it is what it is. People don't like it, but they still tune in. Yeah. As with most things, people will hate watch it. Listen, whatever. They're making a lot of money. How do you feel about it?
You know how I felt it originally. Right. I was in the camp that I didn't love it. But a decade or so almost later, you kind of become numb to it. And you're like, okay, this is what they do. This is the business that they have.
Yeah.
This is a money business. We saw the the comment that Ari made. Right? We saw that comment last week where pretty much they were saying like, oh yeah, Vince McMahon priced these tickets for families, not for revenue.
Right.
This goes back to exactly what I said last week on the show. We were talking about this, right? And what people are saying about Vince. That this is a very different company, and they're making moves that Vince McMahon would never do. Right. You know, this pay-per-view competition, he would not have done. This is not my opinion. This is what was said to me. Vince would not have counter-programmed pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view like this.
Right.
The ticket prices are ridiculous. That WrestlePalooza ticket price is disgusting. I looked it up. The cheapest ticket that I found was $210.
Even the MSG tickets for the after Christmas show are super pricey. Like
they're not running it this year.
No.
But
a guy I ran into yesterday who I've known for a while. He's got 4 kids, right? And he was like, "There's no way I can take him to the next MSG show to watch John Cena's final."
Oh, November 17th. They are doing November 17th for Monday Night Raw. It's impossible.
Yeah,
it's going to be so expensive. 2014 was the first one, by the way. This is a money business. They're a publicly traded company.
Yeah.
Vince's company was a publicly traded company, but it really wasn't. It was not a public company in the sense of firings could happen. If Vince McMahon made a mistake, he was not going to be fired or ousted. I mean, other than what he did. You know what I mean? I'm saying business wise. I'm saying creative wise.
Right, exactly.
You know, committing a heinous alleged act that he's being sued for. That's a different story. But I'm saying as far as the business goes, they need to hit every quarter the way that they need to hit it. There's not one person that holds all the shares like he had before. And that's why they're doing these things. They don't want the competition to exist. They don't want AEW to exist. Yeah. That is a fact. That is 100% a fact. And when they're counter-programming, they're not doing it for the eyeballs. You think they're counter-programming to take away so their audience grows? No, they know by counter-programming, they're actually chopping their arm off to save their leg. It makes no sense.
Right.
So my issue with this is, so who are you screwing here? Oh, the fans. The fans are getting screwed because they're getting exhausted with content.
Yes. Now, let me ask you something.
And one more thing. I'm sorry, Rich.
Yeah.
The point of this is to hurt their next TV rights deal. That is the entire point of counter-programming. Not anything else. It is to hurt their TV rights deal and take away their audience and say, hey, look, you're paying this much money for AEW content when NXT is beating them in the ratings and we're selling this at a fraction of the cost?
Right.
That's the reality here.
Yeah. Now, with regards to the Saudi show, at WrestleMania show, let me ask you, do you think the fans that would normally travel to the States will travel to Saudi Arabia?
No, they will not.
That's a great question. That's really what I think they're banking on.
Maybe
the British fans, the European fans, you know, like anybody who flies in within the States, you know.
Saudi Arabia is not an easy
Canadians,
place to fly to.
Do you think those fans will say, hey, I'm on board, let's get it, like that core British fan base that goes to every WrestleMania? Do you think they'll go to Saudi Arabia?
I think they might. I think you're not going to see too many Americans go, but I think you may see a lot of British fans go there.
And European fans
too. But I don't know what percentage. I don't know. I know that they really want tourism to be a thing in Saudi Arabia, much like how it's in Dubai and Emirates.
Right.
Saudi Arabia.
From London, how long of a flight is that? Like 6 hours?
I don't think it's that long. Let's see. London to Saudi.
6 hours.
Yeah, 6 hours to Riyadh and Jeddah.
Around the same length of time to get to the States.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to California. It's from New York to California. Or London to New York, 7 to 8 hours. So, I don't know. Very interesting. This is very interesting.
17-hour flight from LA.
Yeah.
To Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Let me look up New York. New York is an 11-hour flight.
Who can they bring? Who do you think they're going to... It was Mark Shapiro, by the way. It wasn't Ari Emanuel. It was Mark Shapiro that said the ticket prices. Here's his actual quote. This was at the Goldman Sachs conference. it's the technology conference that they had on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about ticket prices for both UFC and WWE, he said WWE is not where the UFC. WWE is not where the UFC is yet on ticket yield. We have our work to do. Shapiro hasn't been shy about publicly saying that TKO sees tremendous upside in increasing the ticket prices.
Yeah.
Listen, you got to publicly trade a company. These guys are mercenaries. They don't give a shit about pro wrestling. They give a shit about the business. Like business, money, business, not the business of wrestling.
Right.
So the landscape is changing here, boys and girls. This is a very different
100%.
company. And you know, in speaking to people that I know there, they speak about it very differently.
Big time money moves.
Yeah.
Is what's happening.
Rich, why don't you go into something? I gotta pick this up.
Yeah, so Triple H teased an announcement for 3:00 today that will, quote unquote, change the game. Now, do you think this will be the official announcement for Saudi?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Or something else that's major. And, you know, Andrew was trying to touch on, like, who could the Saudis get for a WrestleMania? Undertaker.
I don't think they're going to pull these. I don't know.
Stone Cold.
Yeah, but these guys Stone Cold, but I don't see him doing a match or anything.
No, but an appearance,
yes.
an appearance and a paycheck. Yeah. What did they pay Shawn Michaels to do his last match?
It was like a lot, but it was ridiculous. But it was
like $2 million or something, right? That was like the rumor. Yeah. So I think
here's a question for you.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. No. Do you think, because Andrew was touching on it too, do you think this is a litmus test? Because I just looked up the information on the Saudi. That was a 10-year project to kind of boost up tourism in Saudi Arabia. Do you think this is a litmus test to see if they're there yet? That people will actually travel to Saudi Arabia?
Maybe on a smaller scale, but I don't think on a large scale. You know, I feel like that's the issue. Like, you know, there are fans who, let's say, I feel like the tourism from the States to Saudi Arabia, I don't think it'll be there, but I do think it'll be there from other parts of the world. You know, Saudi Arabia, to go to a WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, you could probably get most of the fans from surrounding nations to buy those tickets to go to that show. You know, fans who already have their passport because they're used to international travel. You know, fans in Africa, in the Middle East, Europe, parts of Asia, you know, like they could all kind of fly down there, see the show, see a WrestleMania, right? Because WrestleMania is pretty much like a wholly American thing, right? Like no other country does a WrestleMania. So to see a WrestleMania on foreign soil, I think will be a huge thing for international fans. But again, I don't think it's a true litmus test of that tourism, you know? And also, isn't it wild that an entire country's, if you think about it, if you think an entire country's tourism trade is based on the WWE, that's bananas.
Yeah. So the other thing on that is, the other point is they're going to get it before London. Wembley should have had this long ago. If they're going there, I feel like they should have went there first. But money talks.
I'm back.
Yeah, exactly. Money does talk. We were just. Did you catch what we were saying, Andrew?
No, I just came back. It was weird. I had to sign for a package.
Oh wow, that's a rarity.
Yeah.
What was the package?
It's like a couch, like for the attic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Where
so
were
we were just we were just talking about we were talking about like who are the big names they can get, and just like the ease of international travel to get to Saudi Arabia in that end of the world.
Yeah, will
probably boost a little bit of tourism for them. You know, if you're a fan,
who are you talking about? You're talking about The Rock. I mean, if I'm just throwing ideas, right?
Yeah,
you got
Undertaker.
Who are names that they would want big names to bring back that haven't been around? Undertaker, Kane, The Rock,
Stone Cold,
Steve Austin. I mean, who else is able?
Shawn Michaels.
I don't think Mike. We did Michaels. I don't think he's going to do it.
Not for a match, but for an appearance.
Sure, of course he'll appear. Yeah. But if you're saying like someone to have a match, like Foley, you know?
Oh man,
he's in bad shape. I don't know. I don't know who would be left for them to do something with. that are big names. We've seen everybody come back. We've seen them all do something.
Right.
There's not too many of those guys left, and the guys that are healthy enough are still active past that generation.
Exactly.
Okay, here's a great question for the chat room. Name me somebody that we have not seen come back that could wrestle. I'm not saying at a competitive level, but that could do something that we would want to see that's a top name.
It would be Cena at that point, right?
Cena.
Yeah, because he would be the surprise. Somebody who could wrestle.
There's really nobody left.
That's a draw, yeah.
I mean,
that's the key word, is a draw.
That's a draw. Like, we've seen them all come back. They've all done it. Jericho?
Or a nostalgia draw. Yeah,
maybe Jericho.
Jericho's a great name to throw in there.
Edge,
Yeah.
Christian. Edge and Christian versus the Dudleys versus the Hardys. You could do TLC one last time.
Imagine that. Imagine if you get WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia and the final TLC match.
Never again.
Yeah.
Batista. But again, that pool is so small now. Van Dam, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, you were talking very differently.
It could also just be everybody where they're like, hey, we're throwing all this money at you. Get every single person, Yeah,
I'm very curious what they're going to do here. But that's the story here. Did you go into Paramount or no? Because let's go into this. Guys, get your questions ready. We're going to go heavy on questions. I'm going to end the show at around 11
now
20 right now 11:20 something. So this is fascinating. Paramount reportedly preparing to bid for WBD or WB.
So fascinating.
The Wall Street Journal first. This is the shift in television. Linear TV and is very much becoming a different thing now. Wall Street Journal first reported that the David Ellison-backed Paramount Skydance, which they just merged, is prepared to offer a major cash bid for the entire company, which would include the TV side, movies, streaming. That were all split in 20. That will be all split in 2026. Ellison Skydance recently closed on the sale of Paramount and all of its assets for $8.4 billion, and then shortly after that acquired the domestic TV rights for UFC events for 7 years for more than $7 billion to air on the streaming service.
Wow!
I don't know what this means for AEW. This is the nature of television now. Unfortunately, a lot of companies have overextended. They're in severe debt. When you are, great example, WB, we saw what happened, right? They had that what was it, Batgirl?
Yeah. On the CW.
No, right. What was it? What was the movie that they canned? Catwoman? That was all filmed and then they canned it and they said nobody will see the light of day?
I think you're right. I think it was a Batgirl movie.
Was it a Batgirl movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
These companies have hemorrhaged money.
Yeah.
Mistakes. And TV rights are not, for sports TV rights, they're a lot of money. They're loss leaders, and people's viewing habits have shifted tremendously over the last couple of years. So, I don't know what this means for the future of AEW if this happens. I don't know how they would be able to, not have a conflict of interest with being a partner with UFC and WWE.
Right.
Well, being a partner with TKO. So this is going to play out. I mean, this is all very early stuff, but the Wall Street Journal is reporting it, and they don't necessarily report on things that they don't know when it comes to TV side stuff.
Exactly.
Very interesting. I don't know. I don't know where, and here's the thing. Let's say they do get them and they don't renew them for the next TV. Where the hell do they go?
Exactly.
There's no network left. You're not going to Comcast. Maybe Fox?
Yeah, Fox. Who else? Who else is like potentially in the running? This is all very fascinating stuff too, because like who'd have thought as a wrestling fan when we started the show that it would be weekly discussions of rights, streaming rights.
Yeah, very interesting. AEW Dynamite ratings rebounded from last week's very, very low number. A lot of things play a big part, and I don't know what it was last week. This is, they're back to where they normally are. 584 for viewership, up 23.7% from last week. Still not great. This is still tied for the third lowest audience since May 21st. I don't know. Do you think it was a little bit of fatigue, like eye fatigue being in that building?
I think so. I think like it's also the end of summer. You know what I mean? Like everybody's going back to school. Like, you know,
Football's
you're not
started back up that way.
You know,
too.
football. Like, I'm not making excuses, but it's just like I feel like this is always where there's like sort of a lull in like people watching wrestling. You know, or people watching anything for that matter.
Yeah. NXT Homecoming at Full Sail next Tuesday, so you're going to see everybody come back here. Awesome. Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton, and Stephanie Vaquer against JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Jasmine Nix. I don't know if you spelt this wrong or not. I don't know what you did.
No, that's how she spells it.
Okay.
I like how you got a little anxious there. You were like, I don't know.
It wasn't me. You got Ethan Page against Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze made a comeback, made a return.
Fantastic.
Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes versus Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. The Grayson Waller effect with NXT champion Oba Femi and the number one contender Ricky Saints.
Great.
All right.
That's going to be fun. I miss those Full Sail shows.
Back at Full Sail, yeah.
You know what? That was a good building. I like the Full Sail. I like the Full Sail shows way better. It looked better than what they have currently.
And the crowds were like so hype. Like those were some of the most fun crowds in wrestling, I think.
Yeah.
But the parking lot still is a danger zone. Got to be careful of that.
WWE has a show tonight. WWE AAA Worlds Collide tonight at 10
Very
p.m.
excited.
after SmackDown.
So excited. And it's free on WWE's YouTube.
It is free on WWE's YouTube. They are working on a AAA deal.
So fun fact. I don't know if you know this because we were off, but when they did the AAA show or the Triple Mania show, they advertised it on their YouTube, but it was also on the AAA YouTube and WWE Espanol. So if you took those three together, they had 1.5 million people watching that either live or after the fact.
Oh no, they had a good audience.
Viewership.
Yeah, they had a good audience.
Yeah, they did.
They had a very good audience for it. Main event is going to be for the Mega Championship. Vikingo against Dominic Mysterio. You know what's wild?
Dominic takes it.
Vikingo went from feuding with Kenny Omega for this title, to feuding with Dominic on this for this title.
Why not? Right?
I mean, Dominic needs to win.
Yeah, Dominic has to win. I would love it. You know, Dominic shows up on Monday as the AAA Mega Campeon.
Why not?
Oh my God.
Why not? I love that. Yeah. I love that.
Who knew that Dominic Mysterio would turn into one of the biggest superstars in the company?
You know what? I knew.
Both of us knew. Yeah,
we both knew. We said it from day one. Day one, when that kid showed up and everybody was booing him, Rich and I both said, "Oh no, he's going to be a big star. Just give it."
Huge star.
He has the size.
We knew when Eddie Guerrero was like, "I'm your poppy," and he was 9 years old.
Yeah, you know what I did? I looked at Vicky Guerrero and I said, "You know what? That kid's got it." And I tipped my hat to her.
That's the kid. And you puffed a perfect cigar ring.
Hold on. Was this before or after you told Stu Hart that his son had it?
It was the same day.
I saved the cigar that I told Stu Hart that his kid's got something. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Look at this thing. Oh, I'm the kid. Wild. I'm 6 years old. I look at Stu Hart. I take a big puff at the garden with my news hat on, and I go, "That kid's got it.
That kid's got it. Keep an eye on that kid.
Keep an eye on that kid.
Keep an eye on that kid."
You know, that is a true story. I was sitting right by Stu and Helen Hart.
You had to do something about that sign, man. I feel like it's going to fall on top of your head one day.
It's going to kill me. I'm going to be killed by the ECW sign.
I like your Marlboro shirt. How many points was that?
Oh man, dude, I cashed in. I've been cutting the QRs on all the boxes.
I wish I feel like the jacket was always the most coveted item in that Marlboro catalog.
Who did the jet fighter? Was that Pepsi? Pepsi auctioned off an F-14.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and when we were kids, Pepsi had like points, or Coca-Cola had points, and if like the grand prize was to get a jet fighter. It was like an F-14 jet fighter.
Wow, I don't remember that.
Maybe it wasn't, but it was a jet fighter. I don't remember the exact model.
Okay.
And they were like, "No, we're effing joking. We're not giving you a jet fighter," and he sued.
Yeah.
Was it Pepsi? Pepsi jet fighter. Yeah.
It doesn't sound familiar, but I feel like it's probably Pepsi.
The Pepsi jet fighter ad was a promotion in 1996 where the commercial mistakenly showed a Harris fighter jet as available for 7 million Pepsi points. A lawsuit ensured when John Leonard tried to claim the jet by purchasing the required points. A judge ruled against him, citing that the offer was an obvious joke. The incident became the famous Pepsi stuff. Where's my jet? You know, they should have given him something.
Yeah, I think so. That's hysterical. When was the last time you went to Great Adventure? Have you ever been to Great Adventure?
Six Flags Great Adventure, the last time I went was probably 2002.
Okay. They had that. They always had that Coke promotion, right? You bring an empty can of Coke, you get like in for free.
Yeah. The old man would tell us.
So wild. I'm excited for this show, by the way, the AAA show.
Yeah, this looks great. So, AAA Tag Team Championship. This match is the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah.
Pagano and Psycho Clown.
Oh my God.
Defend their titles against Kofi Kingston and Xavier Wood of the New Day. Yes, please.
Yeah, exactly.
That is my match. That is a match I'm looking forward to. Also, Nino Hamburguesa.
Yeah, can't wait for Nino Hamburguesa.
Nino Hamburguesa is the greatest name I've ever heard for a wrestler.
It is.
And he's a little
hamburger guy.
He's a little chunky. He's a little chunky dude.
Chunky man.
He's not, and by the way, Hamburger Boy is not that small. He's 5'6".
Yeah.
Hamburger Boy.
Nino Hamburguesa. I love it.
What for any other reason, just watch it just so you can see this guy.
Exactly. I would say watch it for all these matches, but my money is on Finn Balor and Roxanne Perez versus Mr. Iguana and Lola Vice.
That's going to be a good match.
That's going to be fun.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
As a fan, is Finn Balor holding any of the major championships not happening anymore?
No, I don't think so.
You think he's done?
I think he doesn't give a shit. Why would he care?
Yeah.
Why would he care?
The guy seems like he's having a great time.
The guy did everything he ever wanted to. He, it's what a. I know he held the Universal title, right? He held the Universal. But will he go down as one of those guys that never God, whatever circumstances happen when they put that? I want to see the trajectory of what was gonna happen when he had that title.
Right, that timeline.
Timeline was very different.
Yeah.
And it really changed for him after that.
Now, would he have had to lose to Goldberg?
No, I don't know. That's a great question. I don't think so.
Yeah.
That would not have gotten Goldberg over. But the plan was always to put those guys like Lesnar and Goldberg and those guys were supposed to hold that title to add some legendary names to it.
Right. Like the lineage.
I hated that Universal name. I hated the Universal name. I hate the WWE Universe.
Yeah.
I hate all of that. I hate
universes in general.
I hate universe. I'm a galaxy guy.
You're a huge galaxy guy.
I'm an interdimensional guy. I'm a big nebula guy. Love
big
nebula
guy.
I love the nebula.
You have the Reina de Reinas Championship, #1 contenders match, Natalia versus Fabi Apache. AAA Latin American champion Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr. defends against Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Ethan Page in a 4-way. That's going to be a great match.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this and not SmackDown. And
I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this and at 10 o'clock when I'm nicely in a nice somber state.
Into bed.
I'm tucked into bed. Yeah.
They just added another match. If you want to read that last line, Andrew.
El Hijo del Computers versus Dr. Wienerslav Jr. That is the match of the night, dude. El Hijo del Computers versus Dr. Wienerslav.
El Hijo del Computers is the man.
Now, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. That has to become a t-shirt. Dr. Wienerslav Jr. is a fantastic luchador. I have no idea why he hasn't gotten the push. Yeah. And Dr. El Hijo del D-E-L-L.
Right. El Hijo del Computers.
Computers.
El Hijo del Computers.
You know what? That changed my entire fucking mood for the day, dude.
Good.
Changed my entire mood.
Head cold gone.
You just alleviated my head cold. I feel great.
Dr. Wienerslav Jr. is coming to get you.
Oh my. Dr. Wienerslav Jr.? Match of the night. Hold on. Let's put this in. Match of the fucking night, guys.
Match of the night. Match of the year. MOTY candidate.
Okay. Someone needs to AI that. I need to know what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's computer.
Everything computer.
That's his catchphrase. But in Spanish, how do you say everything computer in Spanish?
Todo es computadora.
Todo es computadora. And then everybody goes, yeah. And they don't hold, like, you know how Al Snow had the heads? They just hold like little CRTs.
Old laptops.
Like old laptops.
Old Dell laptops.
Dell.
Did you have a Dell?
I've never owned a Dell in my goddamn life.
Really? I would never
own that piece of shit company. I was a Compaq guy.
You're a Compaq guy.
Presario. I actually had a Hewlett Packard.
Very nice.
I had a Tandy. My first computer was a Tandy 2500 XL in 1988. And then I had an IBM Aptiva, Stealth Aptiva. And then I had a Hewlett Packard.
Wow.
And then I had a Compaq Presario. And that was the last computer I bought that was name brand. I built all my computers with these hands.
Dell in high school, Dell in college, Dell laptop, and then...
What are you, a Dell guy?
I was a Dell guy. And then I had give me names. Acer. I had 2 Acer laptops that were wonderful. Like 15 years.
What is that, a Toshiba?
Yeah. That's the one thing I miss about PCs is that you can just do everything yourself.
Yeah. You could unplug that thing and you could fix it.
Yeah.
The new iPhones are pre-ordered today. The pre-ordered out.
You getting that
thin
phone.
My fucking Verizon bill is $340.
Yeah.
For 4 lines. What the hell? Or I should say, what the Dell?
Yeah, what the Dell? Dell computers.
Let's talk about AEW here quickly. Last show at the 2300 Arena. I'm glad. I have to tell you, I'm a big fan of these unique, historic wrestling arenas. This did not look good to me. I did not like it. The first show, fine, but it was too much to be a residency. You don't have the eye-catchiness of like a Hammerstein ballroom or any of the other ballrooms that they've run.
Right.
By the way, I expect that to be discussed soon, the Hammerstein show.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm excited.
Can we puke over the balcony this year?
Oh, we were going to do it last year.
At Ring of Honor, I was going to do it.
They stopped us.
At Ring of Honor, I was about to.
I kept getting yelled at by security to sit in my seat.
Well, you did. You were the fucking Phantom of the Opera. You were swinging from side to side of that building. I'm not even exaggerating. Dude, there is a story that we will tell one time about Rich's adventures in Arthur Ashe with Sting.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
We'll talk about this one day. One day we will. We don't want to be banned. I have nothing to do with this. Rich has a disease, okay? I'm going to explain to you something about Rich. He has a real disease. Now, is it a mental disease or a physical disease or a metaphysical disease? I don't know. It's a disease where he gets, I call it the temptation. Yeah. And he does one of these, and he has his camera, right? He does one of these.
Yep.
That is literally what he does. And he does it so many times that the guard is like, and like sometimes he puts in like, he's like doing gang signs. He's throwing up blood signs and everything.
That's why they're like, oh shit.
And he starts crip walking. And that's how he goes down. I'm telling you right now, when we were at World's End, okay?
Yeah.
Rich went from being a bystander to being the ringside cameraman.
I during the Moxley match, I was like, I bet you I can get down there.
He was at the apron. He was at the apron, and they're waving him in. Yeah. He actually was like, no. I'm good. I'm good here. John Moxley was bleeding all over. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I was doing one of these. Oh my god! And then we sang Caribbean Queen home. That was nice.
Oh, the best. My moves are if you walk somewhere like you belong there, usually people won't bat an eye. I'll give you another example. Yeah. When we went to Chicago and I had to pee and I walked into the Talent Hotel and it was just like bathroom there, right? Bathroom, right? And they were like, yeah, sir, come this way.
Meanwhile, Andrew and I get stopped. We didn't have that confidence.
It's the same thing.
Well, you saw the fight I got into at Hammerstein. Did we ever talk about my fight at the Hammerstein Ballroom?
Please explain.
You know who I blame? Justin Wang.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Justin Wang.
That guy.
I got gypped out of a $20 that I gave somebody to bring me to Justin Wang.
Yeah.
Oh, guys.
Here's
someone did it. I'm gonna.
Someone did it. Someone did it. Yeah.
Armand says I used Grok for Ehodel Computers versus Dr. Wienerslav Jr. I tagged Andrew and the show. Thanks, buddy.
These are good. There's two of them. There's two of them.
Listen, Ehodel Computers needs that push, dude.
They're old. They're both very old.
Here's the dead air of both of us checking our phones.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
AEW. Let's talk about this. Daniel Garcia was Daniel Brian Danielson was on commentary. He did fucking fantastic. He's great on commentary. Love him. I think I have a crush on him.
Kayfabe, dude. Yeah.
Okay. I think I have a crush on Brian Danielson. He is my favorite wrestler ever. I think he surpassed Shawn Michaels for me. He's my favorite wrestler. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's high praise.
And I think it's because I watched his career as an adult, and he was another adult because we're the same age.
Man Crush Matman.
Well, he's one of the first wrestlers that I really like. That's my age.
Yeah.
He was incredible. Hangman Page defeated Josh Alexander. Crazy match.
Great match. Yeah.
Josh Alexander's fantastic. After the match, Kyle Fletcher came out to challenge for the title. But in order to do so, the Don Callis family has to stay behind. I'm going to talk about this, okay?
Please.
I'm going to talk about how you journalists, all these wrestling journalists, everybody's full of shit. Nobody could do real coverage, okay? I could do real coverage. I'm going to tell you something. That man is not wearing socks with those loafers.
Well, because you know all about it. You know all about this.
I know all about it. You know why? These are my loafers from yesterday. This is what I wore yesterday.
No-show socks.
I wear no-show socks. The ECW son gets very upset when this happens. I wear no-show socks. I zoomed in, okay? Chris Harrington from AEW wrote a lie about him not wearing socks. I zoomed in. I enhanced. I circled. You could see the lining of the sock on the top.
Yeah, no.
So don't tell me Kyle Fletcher's walking around town with no socks. All right, that is the real scoop here. Fightful, Wrestling Observer,
the last real journalist,
PW Insider, Pro Wrestling Illustrated. I'm the last I'm the last real journalist, even though I'm not a journalist. But that is my scoop. He wears no-show socks.
Yeah,
and you know what? Ankles out all the time. Show your ankles. Be proud. Don't be a wimp. Losers. Saying that man is not walking around with socks. Are you nuts?
How dare they?
I'm telling Tony Khan.
Yeah, you should DM Tony Khan. And
you want me to right now? Let me do it right now. I'm going to do it right now. What do you want me to write to him?
I'm highly offended by the whole no sock thing.
I'm highly offended at the no socks deal on Kyle. It's slander. He's wearing no shows.
Anybody who's anybody knows that he's wearing no shows.
Anyone who's anyone knows he wears. Okay.
XOXO.
XOXO. Gossip Boy.
Gossip Boy 469.
Okay. Let's see what he writes to me. He thinks I'm insane, by the way, that man.
And with all good reason. Alex Windsor and Riho defeated Mercedes Moné and Emi Sakura when Riho submitted Sakura.
Riho did not look great.
You don't think so?
No, she did not look great in this match. And Sakura trained Riho. So I don't know what happened here, but not good.
Ricochet defeated...
fantastic.
Yeah, Ricochet. Ricochet defeated Shelton Benjamin. Yo, put a belt on Shelton Benjamin.
The best.
Please.
He's so big. He's so good.
Yeah.
I'm liking Ricochet as a heel, like a shitty heel.
Yeah.
Timeless Tony Storm defeated Sky Blue in a Philly street fight hardcore match. Now, Tony came out as the Sandman.
Love it.
Okay, Tony comes out as the Sandman, smashes the beer on her head. She had staple tits done, right? They stapled her breasts
and a butt,
and they stapled her butt. They had a hardcore match.
In other places.
Now here, Tony borrowed something from me for this segment.
Okay.
Tony Storm. She called me. She goes, I hear you're really big into VHSs.
It's the inspiration.
Now, let me ask you something. Do you think we have a lot of friends there? Do you think somebody last week heard the episode about Andrew Zarian's VCR and VHS Rama?
We gotta palooza. We gotta plug it. We gotta plug it on the show again.
My VHS business. So Tony called me and she's like, can I borrow a tape? And I go through my tapes and I'm like, RJ City's audition tape. Here you go. I mailed it overnight.
It's a VHS tape.
Yeah. Federal Express. I DHL'd it.
Oh.
I use Oh yeah, by the way, I don't use UPS or USPS or FedEx. I use DHL.
Straight DHL, old school.
No shipping number. You get it when you get it.
No tracking. No signature. They just throw it at your door.
Sometimes I just put stamps on it and I hope for the best on the actual VHS.
Just throw it out your window.
So I have seen what's on that RJ City audition tape, and I don't think anybody could air that.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Death Riders and the Young Bucks defeated Bandito and the Ops when Nick pinned Bandito. Now, the deal with this was that there was $500,000 on the line, and John Moxley and catering pretty much gave up his portion and the Death Riders portion to the Bucks if they were able to take them out. And they did. So they got $500,000 each, $250,000 each.
So now the Bucks have money again.
The Bucks have some money again. I hope they continue this, but they do it exactly how the Baron Corbin gambling and money thing was supposed to go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because that was a great angle that he kept fucking up and losing money. I wonder if they'll do that here.
This was a fun main event.
Yeah, this was a fun main event.
Yeah.
The Death Riders attacked Hobbs and Joe. Darby Allin tried to make the save. Someone in a hoodie turned around, blindsided Darby. It was Daniel Garcia with a chair. So is he a Death Rider?
I think so. But again,
you know what? I think this is a positive for him. Yeah. He's a guy that needs a little group behind him to kind of elevate him and let him be a heel. I think he's a better heel.
I think, well, here's the thing. I feel like with Daniel Garcia, he has regretful heel written all over him.
Yeah.
You know, because like, what's going to be the story here? Does Garcia keep doing bad stuff and then he turns on them? Or is he cemented as like part of the group where he's doing I think he should be doing the most heinous stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Do that. Absolutely.
You know, where it comes to a head where like he takes over the Death Riders.
Yeah. So that's where we're headed right now. AEW Collision Saturday night. Okada versus Michael Oku. So I don't understand this. This is for a qualifier for his own title match. So what happens if he doesn't win this match?
Then he's not in the tournament.
Then he's not in his own tournament.
Yeah.
Okay. Takeshita versus Anthony Bowens.
Great.
For the unified title all-out three-way qualifier. FTR versus Tommy Billington and Adam Priest Part 2. Now, I can't wait for this. I like Adam Priest.
Yeah.
They're doing it again. Mark Briscoe announces the stipulation all-out against MJF. MJF will appear. AEW Dynamite, you're going to have the Beast Mordos and Mascara Dorado for the unified title all-out three-way qualifier.
Awesome.
Yeah. Let's do some questions, boys and girls. Submit your questions in the chat room. We will do our best to answer them. I got about, I don't know. Let's see.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. Let's see. Let's find out.
Yeah, guys, send us in your questions. If you want to super chat us, we'll answer them first.
I got about 6 minutes.
Got 6 minutes, guys. You got to load us up with questions. Does AJ show up again? This is from Eric. I can't pronounce that last name. Eric G.
Okay. Does AJ show up again? AJ who?
I would assume
That's why I didn't
AJ,
put it in there.
AJ Lee tonight.
I don't know if AJ Lee's showing up tonight, but AJ Styles, it's a work. A lot of people were wondering if that was real or not. No, it's a work. It's part of his story. Does AJ show up again? I think AJ Lee's going to be on every show. Or as much as she can.
So last week I made a mistake.
Okay.
And I'm going to correct it this week. So Maurice and Miz, right? Versus John Cena and Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
Right? Maurice and Miz versus Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, right?
That happened.
The match we forgot about, Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth Phoenix.
That was the one I was thinking about.
That was the one that we forgot.
Yeah.
And now
so
you're
they are the
best
couple match.
And now Seth and Becky versus CM Punk and AJ Lee. I kind of want the Miz and Maurice to show up at the end of that to challenge the winner.
Oh, Rich, there's another one. Mose did. I'm going to repost this on my X too. This one
is it on the Matman X?
It's on Matman X and my X, yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's perfect. Yeah.
All right, let's do another question.
Oh yeah,
so silly, so silly, so silly. Let's take Mr. Gonzo. Throw up another question and a big birthday shout out to Mr. Gonzo.
22 years old. 22 years old. Right. Look at him. Such a handsome boy.
Look at that beautiful 22-year-old boy.
Yeah, boy.
I had some questions here. All right.
You got a question,
here's
right?
a very good one.
Very good. Paul Anthony Moss. Kyle Fletcher is 26 and Breaker is 27. If you were starting a wrestling company, which of the two are you picking first? Me personally, I would pick Braun Breaker.
Me too. People don't like that answer.
First episode of that show, I would have him win a tournament for the inaugural title and just have him be a monster until somebody else comes in and dethrones him.
Yeah, I would go with Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
I love Kyle. I think he's
same here.
Excellent. He's a future world champion. I think he's going to have a great upside in his career. I just think that Braun has that little advantage from being a Steiner.
Oh yeah. Dave D in the chat says MG.
Frozen, by the way.
MG looking like a thick Michael Bolton. Oh, you're frozen. Damn.
I am. Huh.
That's why I left it on
just
Rich.
Keep it on Rich. All right.
Yeah, keep it on Rich.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was the question?
There wasn't a question. It was a comment from Dave D saying MG looking like a thick Michael Bolton.
Oh, yeah. He is a thick Michael Bolton. You know what? I'm going to start injecting him with testosterone and see what happens. I want to give him steroids.
Yes.
And he's going to freaking get all crazy and jacked.
Yeah, he's going to look like the leader from the Hulk.
Yeah, he's going to grow horns, dude.
Yeah, like a big brain. And
he just gets a big brain. Yeah, he becomes like a big brain alien.
Don't let Andrew experiment on you, MG.
Dude, can you just let me experiment on you? I mean, this has been years. I've been trying to experiment on you. You won't let me.
Let's say, what do you think about a Saturday WrestleMania in the US and a Sunday in Saudi Arabia, since the Saudi one will be more like an old timers day anyway? Yeah.
Logistically, it would be hard to do it back to back like that.
You could do it, I would say,
about
a month apart or 2 weeks apart.
Maybe London.
I don't know.
London
maybe I don't know.
One day and then Saudi the next, or something like that.
I don't know, but you got to remember that you got to set up 2 rings and 2 production and 2 this and 2 that.
Right.
There will be compromises made, and you can't do a compromise with this show.
Now, let me ask you something. Do they have, if you know, do they have a warehouse in Saudi Arabia where they have like all the ring stuff? Or are they shipping it overseas every time?
I think they do.
They have that WWE World now, so I'm sure they do, because they have that big, big almost museum set up. So I imagine they have a warehouse where they keep all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I if you do, you know, people are going to say, well, they did do 2 WrestleManias on the same night.
Right.
Yeah, but remember, they didn't have lighting rigs and cameras the way that they have today. It's a very different and far more expensive production to put on. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'd be shocked.
Yeah. Now that would be interesting too if they did a WrestleMania in the States and a WrestleMania in Saudi in the same year, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you think that would affect a city's bidding for the show?
I think so, because they would probably bid less because it's not a 2-night event, it's a 1-night event. So it would bring in a lot more. I think a 1-night bid, you know, for a city to bid for WrestleMania for 1 night is going to be cheaper, because you're not going to, the revenue center, right? The revenue you'll make will be far less, because instead of 1 night of activity instead of 2 nights of activity. So you may have a lot of other cities that normally wouldn't host a WrestleMania because they're outbid. Get it?
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. You want to do one more question?
Yeah.
This is one from Paul Anthony Moss. MG, can you put that up on the screen, please? If Jericho,
go ahead. Sorry.
If Jericho AEW don't come to an agreement, you think TK will put him on air so he can have a farewell? Hope so for all he's done. TK usually puts people on ice to run down their deal.
I don't know. Jericho is not a normal deal. I think Jericho's deal is very different because he was instrumental in that company's success in the first couple of years. It's not a normal deal. I think the importance of having a Chris Jericho there is very high. You need a Chris Jericho. I'm not saying have him on TV every day, but to have him there that knows, he has decades worth of experience, to have him around talent and to be around Tony. I think that's a positive.
Yeah.
Chris has a really good mind for pro wrestling. He's reinvented himself numerous times.
Oh, yeah.
Has he run his course in AEW? I don't know. It's hard to say. If creative is there, then creative is there. Right.
But he also seems like a guy who probably, for the most part, comes up with his own creative.
Yeah. He works. He has a lot of input. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do one more. Let's do one more, and we got to get out.
Mose asked, "Can we pay to have MG dance?" Yes, always.
Come on, MG. Can you do a little wiggle?
Do the big wiggle. What is that, Diesel? You doing Diesel?
Sure. There you go. Thank you.
I kind of like that. It makes me look crazy that Frozen Andrew is on the other side of the screen right now, because it looks like you're just mad.
I'm just very upset. Yeah.
Just very upset.
Very upset.
Guys,
my camera's dead. My camera's dead. We're wrapping up. Love each and every one of you. I'll be back on Sunday. Wrestling Observer Live on Sunday. I'll be doing a remote. I'll be upstate. So MG is going to have his hands full producing me. And that's it.
Oh, you're going this weekend.
I'm going this weekend. Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah. That's it. Bye-bye.
All right.
See you later.
Goodbye. That's it. We're done.